Yo! Video games.
Right, it took me like 10, 11 tries. Okay, let's let Steve have it. He hasn't even touched this level yet, but he hasn't
beat this level either.
I tried. You have the knowledge. That's a fun fucking
Someone made a drippy emote? What the
Wow,
fuck?
that's crazy.
Well, I call him Shizuku because that's what his proper name is. Drippy.
Did you ever play the English version of that game?
Yeah,
It like
it's
ruins
really
the game.
Not
It's
as good.
So the funny thing is that you could have a great game, and then if the ending is fuck, suck, dick ass terrible,
here's
it ruins the game.
Here's the funny thing, because I've told
That
you about
needs
this
to be emo.
before. I'll tell the chat here.
What is an emote for fuck, suck, dick ass terrible?
Fuck, suck, dick ass terrible.
What is an
Okay,
emote
so
for that?
I own both copies of Ni no Kuni. I own the DS
Ni no
and
Kuni.
the
Ni no Kuni, Ni no Kuni.
Mino Kunis?
Why are you putting a shitty stuff?
Because it makes sense.
PS3.
Sucks.
So I have both of them. I have the English PS3 one, I have the Japanese DS one. So they're actually different stories.
Okay, so it slides.
They're like there's some similarities, but they're fucking weird. There's so many weird additions to the story in the PS3 one.
Yeah.
Like, okay, in the DS one, when the mom dies, not spoilers, it's the beginning of the fucking game.
Yeah.
It shows the animated cutscene where she starts like, having a heart attack.
Yeah.
And then the net goes straight to the next animated cutscene where it's days later, and the lady's coming out of the room and like, is he okay?
Version, like floats around the hospital for like.
Yeah, like you see the kid at his mom's bed and she dies in front of him and it's all weird and awkward and sad. And it's like, like that's a little odd.
It's like when storytelling happens, the less the better. That's actually really true. If you let your audience fill in the story, like Mad Max is a great example. Everyone's like, the story was so good at Mad Max. I'm like, it was a fucking chase scene.
Yeah.
Because the entire story is implied like the whole time.
Yeah.
I walked into Mad Max in the moment where they were the
man.
girl came out of the truck.
Yeah.
Like one of the wives came out of the truck, and I'm like, oh, so they must have totally shown the wives because I don't know what that is, but it looks like she's taking these prisoners away, and they're totally not at the beginning of the movie at all, like at all, and it was just implied, and my implication of what it was true because of course it's what it is. So implied story way better.
So there's also this weird ghost girl, which they named P in the American version.
Implied story.
She is in.
She's useless.
She is
story
in
usually
one
is, good for
one area of the game in the DS version. Like you see her in one small part. She's kind of like a side mission.
A little bit of juice. You drink all the juice?
The Juhu-hoos.
Broth.
No, wheezing the Juhu-hoos.
I'll make you one.
Okay.
So yeah, there's that. Like she's like this huge character, and then probably.
What the fuck, man?
Don't worry, Steve. Keep playing. Somebody's keeping track in the chat.
I think probably the weirdest and worst change was. Do you remember do you remember the last cutscene in the PS3 one that's a Ghibli cutscene where like they go to the dark, I guess you call it Dark Oliver's castle, and they turn good, and it goes all green, and then like they all go kind of running off.
Yeah.
That is the ending to the game.
Well, I know. RoboCop, dude. Oh shit, RoboCop. I'll check that out. Thank you very much,
Like,
man.
there
you mean
is
the part
no-
That was my fault.
before the part where that happens in the PS3 version before everyone changes into zombies.
Yes. That doesn't happen. The game is over at that point.
I know.
In the DS
Oh, I absolutely know. And they ride away, and it's all epic. I'm like, the game should be ending right here, but then it doesn't, and it seems super fucking disappointing.
Yeah, and weird.
Yeah, and weird.
Like it's a very forced expansion.
It feels. The problem with that game is that I felt like it could have been really good, and I feel like I played the inferior version of it, which was the PS3 version.
You kind of did, because I own both.
Yeah. I don't know. We're talking about Ni no Kuni, guys. Talking about Ni no Kuni.
There's actually
pretty good last JRPG I played.
The world map is actually larger, and there's more stuff in the DS version than the PS3 version.
Yeah.
Like, it was really bizarre. Like, it was like the stories. There's way more story. There's way less land. And more is not better. More is oftentimes worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Except,
you know what Ni no Kuni really reminded me of for some reason? Like Shiukiden. I don't know why. I think it's like the way the world map is.
Okay, and the weird thing too is that like you could always like the DS one had the traditional turn-based battle system.
Right.
It had like a slight grid thing we could do, but it's like you could always fight as any character. You could have just 3 dudes, or you could have the 3 humans. It kind of was just it was a little bit more free on who was allowed to be in the battle.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Steve challenge. So I know, it's like, I don't know, I think the next JRPG I'm going to be playing is probably FF13 or FF15.
13.
13.
I think the best way to do it is
messed that
this way.
Woof.
Woof.
Woof. Woof.
What is
Whoa.
it? Buzz your girlfriend. Woof. Buzz your RPG. Woof.
I think 15 might actually be pretty good.
Yeah, 15 looking like it's going to be
I
really
know
good.
there's a lot of weird, like, super salty Square
Kuni,
fans who are
Kuni.
feeling that Tabata's kind of fucking, you know.
Oh, fuck him. From the
Nomura's
Nomura
original
vision.
villain or whatever.
Trust me.
His original
Like
vision
all-
that was
all
never
Hollywood.
fucking happening.
Yeah, never
Made
happened.
her to be like the super hot chick.
What's really cool is that I looked
She's
at
like
the credits
average.
of what happens in
She's
FF7.
She's
and
stunning, yeah.
Pretty much
Mila
all the
Kunis
guys
is
that were
godlike.
mostly
Yeah.
responsible for really good shit in 7 are working on Remake. It's like, and it's kind of like the producer, the director is working on it too.
Yeah.
The main creative artist, and Nomura was also the battle designer and the artist, one of the main lead art guys.
My only
Jumping
fear
up
of
that
that
fucking
game
thing is
is I feel
Fucking
that
nightmare.
Mila Kunis is
Sakaguchi
I would
was
hit my
a
dick with a
good
hammer.
producer.
Hard.
Good
Like,
at
it was
game.
I guess.
Like the,
hard.
I guess.
hitting those
Even in the
What they
movie with
call
her and Justin Timberlake,
not
what was
released.
that?
Oh, the movie was her and
Milestones.
Milestones. I
yeah.
feel
Getting
was,
Sarah Marshall.
No,
Sakaguchi was really
That's
good.
Like
not-
Nomura
that's
is
not
the
even
worst-
Justin Timberlake
It's
wasn't
the
even
worst
in the movie.
actor.
worst
Yeah, I know,
producer
even in that
ever.
movie.
Yeah.
Fuck
Like,
it. Who's with me?
Well, you just let it fucking rock. Holy
you
shit.
can do that. It's just harder. Like you have a smaller one.
And I got to meet her. And hang out with her.
That'll be good for the speed run. That'll be good for the speed run. We'll start speed running this level.
This is crazy. What's the fucking problem with these speeds?
What the fuck? I can't even get off that second
You can
fucking one,
download
dude.
them on the game. They're fucking nuts. Some of them are just like. And like
Nino
that,
Kuni,
like
Nino
that
Kuni.
Neil deGrasse Tyson get with our.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm really looking forward to Remake, of course, but I'm more than happy that. And you know what?
I think it's gonna
funny.
be. I think it's gonna be fine. I just the only thing is I'm like someone needs to keep Nomura in
They
check.
need to make Uematsu a part of it too. Like he has to be.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna make the game without him.
I mean, even if you
But-
don't, you just get someone who just makes sure that the music sounds like a higher
Yeah.
quality version of what he did.
The funny thing is that after playing FF7 again recently, I really do not want them.
Thank you, Splice Helix. Thank you so much. I literally looked down to see who the fuck was buzzing me. Splice Helix sends me a fucking text, and I died. Thank you so much, Splice.
That's crazy.
Fucking fantastic.
The,
Yeah.
Your phone right
the
now.
thing
Yes,
is,
on my nets.
Thank you, baby.
after playing FF7 all over again, like now, which is like my 7th or 8th time maybe of beating the game, I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
I was gonna say you finally realized it's not the best RPG
No,
ever.
I honestly want to. It's one of those games you get to the end of and you're actually depressed because you don't want it to be over. Like
That's like reading a really good book.
Yeah, you're actually
you want to
sad
get
that
to
it's
the end,
over.
but you don't want it to end.
It's the part at the end of the game where all the characters are like, well, we're gonna go say goodbye to our families because this is it. Like the
Yeah.
meteor is about to destroy the
Yeah.
planet. This is it. Cloud and Tifa have their moment, and at that point I was like, fuck, I'm at the end of the game. Shit. I was
There
actually
was-
upset.
I'm sorry, but I'm like it was the mid '90s was to about 2000 was like this golden age of RPGs.
It was.
They were all some just really
really
Just
good.
like hip hop.
kind of like late Super NES because there were some good late SNES. Most of them didn't come out here though, so we didn't get to see them until like through PS1. Just man, PS1 was like the RPG machine. I would say it's the best, except their version of Chrono Trigger is really awful.
Dude,
So all I'm
I don't
saying-
know, man. PlayStation days are just fucking.
They are the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 are like two of the greatest consoles ever. Like they're so good, it's ridiculous.
Like,
Wait a
listen-
second, wait a
listen
second,
to
wait a
that
second, wait a
PlayStation-
second. The both of you agree that the Dreamcast was the best system.
They love the
Oh, but the Dreamcast is the best
But,
system
like-
of all time.
Right.
But
Okay.
I mean,
PlayStation was
Dreamcast
done by-
does have the best RPG.
But listen to that PlayStation
You're a
sound.
fucking dick.
When you,
I'm throwing it. I'm taking off my watch. I'll take it here. There you go, Splice. Good job.
yeah.
You made me take off my watch.
But what I was gonna say is that at the end of playing FF7 again, I loved it, but I do not want Remake to be the same game. I do not want it just to be a graphical upgrade of the same game. I would.
That's changed your mind a bit.
It did. It actually did. And to realize that I have this game.
Yeah.
And this is the way it's preserved, and it should be. I should not just get a
You want an
HD
action
remake.
RPG?
I would prefer it to be something different. I know that whatever they're going to make is going to be a long story. I want them to keep all the sequence of events and all the locations, and maybe add more. But I do not want the same game. Like I want it to be. I want to play the game differently. Absolutely. And I can understand why they're going with that. And And I can understand why people would be upset with it, but to those people that are like, it needs to be the same game, play FF7 again right now, and I guarantee you'll change your mind because FF7 is still great, and there's no reason for them to do the exact same thing. The exact same thing.
Man, okay.
Not necessary.
That stretch that you did,
So-
Max, when you're sliding down,
Don't run off.
Just do it.
I'm not running off.
Just walk
fall.
off, and you have to tap the button lightly to do
Yeah,
a
the
short
light
jump.
tap. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it is. It's a light tap after that.
Are you guys keeping track of the deaths?
No. Don't keep track of the deaths, guys. It's okay.
34.
I'll tell you exactly how
Thank
many
you,
times
Lightning
I-
Rider. 35.
J.M. Durden, should I draw Kenny with dreads or without? Here's their answer, J.R. Durden.
I think it's a with the dreads. It's like saying if we should draw me with a ponytail. Fuck
There you
no.
go.
I like Bravely Default, but I have a problem with Bravely Default, and it's nothing wrong with the game. It's just that I am like just done with turn-based RPGs.
J.R. Durden, here you
Like
go. Here's your
it's
answer.
nothing against a bad idea. It's like I played Bravely Default, super good game. Like the art style is fucking incredible. The way they did like the drawings in 3D and stuff, super great game. It's like the most Final Fantasy game since like fucking not Final Fantasy 13.
They will not make FF7 like 13. They know that a lot of people do not like 13. They're actually paying attention to places outside of Japan now, which is why FF7 is even fucking happening.
Yeah, I don't know how you feel. I'm kind of over turn-based RPGs. Like the last.
They're great, but they're a staple of the PlayStation era.
Yeah, like the last great was
Oh, you
Kuni
can't
on
see
DS
me.
was the last great turn-based RPG, and I'm just kind of like after I beat that game, which was kind of easy on the easier side, I'm done.
See, there we go.
Done with turn-based.
Well, I realize the camera's on Steve right now. The
Yeah.
camera is hard focused on you,
It's
Steve.
hard focused.
Please
on
understand that we're all waiting. We're all believing in you right now. So yeah, I think turn-based RPGs are great. But if
I
you're
just
gonna do
don't
a big
have, I don't
epic,
have the patience for them anymore.
if you're gonna do a big epic multi-million-dollar game like FF7 Remake, you should probably make it super fucking interesting. Like even the engine of FF13 is good, and it's getting better, which is fantastic.
I think
So-
they're using Unreal 4 forever.
What if
Well,
they
they will
made
be.
a Final Fantasy game and it had some of the Bayonetta engine mixed with Squaresoft?
It's a little too much because usually RPG players don't. Well, it's actually. It wouldn't be.
It's gonna be Unreal. It's just
It'll be
But the
Unreal.
thing-
It'll be
because
very
it's
actiony
like
too.
Zelda, like Zelda. That's why I always like Zelda. Like,
And I
because-
guarantee you, it's most likely going to be kind of open worldy. It will probably be
7?
that. Yeah, 7 Remake will probably be a little.
7 is open worldy though.
It is already.
It's like you.
But
you,
scale wise.
You slightly open up your ability to go around the world. It expands to a point, and then up. Like
But I mean, yeah, like
until you get to a point where it is absolutely completely open. It's not gonna play like Metal Gear 5 though, right?
by open world, I do actually mean like FF13's open world. I'm sorry, FF15.
Oh. Well, it'll be interesting to see what they do with the world map. Do they do
Giant zones.
like do they do it the whole world to scale, like to realistic scale like 15, or do they still have a world map?
I think they'll have
That's the weird question.
I think they'll have a world map, but
Remember, now you
it's,
hit the trigger to do the spin.
I haven't done it yet.
just do the spin once.
There it is. So wait till it comes back down.
I spin on it. I don't jump and spin on it, or I just spin on it.
You just spin. Do the spin move.
Do I spin in his mouth?
While jumping at the top of his head.
At the top
in
of
his mouth.
I spin in his. Okay, spin on his head. Okay.
Princess Bella says, "Steve, do you want a hug?"
Okay.
He says, "Okay."
Did we play Phantasy Star Online?
Oh god, I don't think you understand how much Phantasy Star Online is like one of our greatest game ever type of games. So yeah.
We were.
Wow.
Good. Strats. No one did that
I
yet.
didn't fucking know that I was right there in the fucking thing. I just jumped.
I don't think that was a sentence.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
Did we play PSO? Oh my god.
I played the fuck out of PSO.
We were
man.
addicted to that game.
Ask me anything and I almost know it.
Remember when we dropped the shit out of that kid at the store?
Yeah.
About Boomba's left butt cheek.
Boomba's left butt cheek. We made up a random weapon part that you can get called Boomba's left butt cheek.
Boomba's left butt cheek. And he believed it!
I think your chat is frozen.
Probably.
Sorry guys, chat froze. We lost the last minute and a half. Really?
Yeah.
That sucks. Sorry about that.
But he was a nice kid, but he kind of believed everything because he knew we were
Is that
playing. He was
Deshi?
playing it, we were playing it, and then we were just like, yeah, you get this rare drop. The red rappies, they drop in the
Good night,
first
Monofos.
one, blah blah
Shine
blah.
on.
Like, yeah, did you ever get Boomba's left butt cheek? Like, what? No.
Booty butt
Yeah, you can get a Boomba's left butt cheek. Eventually, I think he finally caught on. Like, yeah, boom. Like, listen to what we're saying. Boomba's left butt cheek. It's not a weapon.
Booty butt
It's not a drop. Name one PSO boss.
You know what? PSO2 isn't coming to the US, but when it comes out on PlayStation 4, I have my
Oh my
Japanese
god,
account.
you wouldn't
I'm
jump,
gonna download
dude.
it.
What the